Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. I actually had a different video planned for today, but I was on YouTube last night and I saw that Freddiefragz had posted one on the different company Oriental Lounge, which is actually one of my favorites. But there is one that does top that, in my opinion, from that house, and I don't hear anybody talking about it, so I felt it only appropriate to bring it to you guys today. It is Une Nuit Magnetique. Notes on this are ginger, bergamot, blueberry, Egyptian jasmine, Turkish rose, tuberose, plum, benzoin, patchouli, amber, musk, and woody notes. Out of the two, this is actually my favorite. I'm not knocking Oriental Lounge. I own it, I love it, but I find myself reaching for this one more frequently for a few reasons, and I'll go into that. When you first spray it on, it's a really playful take on blueberry, plum. It's got this beautiful floral, resinous, woody quality to it, and the ginger really helps tie everything in and like bring everything down. There's also like this nice freshness in the opening that kind of fades away once it dries down, and once it dries down it becomes a little more sweet but not gourmand, woody, floral, very refined. In the opening, and obviously like every other fragrance, when you first spray it on, you could potentially fill up a room with this one. It's very strong. It jumps off the skin like crazy for about an hour, and then once it dries down, it's more of a skin scent. You will get wafts of this throughout the day. It does project off of your skin, but you're not gonna like leave a ridiculous scent trail, which is not a problem. I actually find this one to be a really excellent date night fragrance for that very reason. I find the resinous quality of it to be very sexy, and I think that's why they named it like this, because it is very magnetic, and it will actually, it'll have you wanting to come back for more, for another sniff. I find myself pulling my wrist up to my nose quite frequently whenever I wear this. It doesn't make a bad work fragrance either, because again, it doesn't really jump off the skin, but I would actually spray with caution and give yourself time to dry down before you step into the office, especially if you work with people who have allergies. This actually makes a really good fragrance for the cooler months that are coming ahead. I would, if I still lived in a place with 4 seasons, I'd probably be reaching for this more in like fall, maybe early winter, even in the winter, like if you were staying inside and you had like a nice evening in, and maybe early spring. It doesn't make me think of spring and summer particularly, but I would reach for it on a date night because it is a very, very sexy fragrance. As far as gender goes for this one, you guys know how I feel about that. I feel like everything's unisex, but like Oriental Lounge, this one does lean a little more feminine, so just be aware of that. If you're not comfortable with that, then you know what to do, but if you are, then I definitely encourage you to try this one out. As far as wear time goes, I did mention that I get better wear time out of this as opposed to Oriental Lounge. Oriental Lounge, I get about 4 or 5 hours, which is not a problem. I do switch up my fragrances about 2-3 times a day, so it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people. This one, I get a full day's wear. It's about 7-8 hours. For me, that's really good because you guys know how my skin is. Pricing for these is pretty standard. 100 ml bottle is going to run you $195. I picked this 50 ml bottle up for just under 100. If you have a very large collection, you're probably not going to need much more than that. I don't really find myself blowing through 100 ml bottles frequently, so I've been like sticking with the half or just travel sample sizes if I can. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have you guys tried this? I don't know why I'm not hearing people talk about this one in the community. I mean, I feel like this is just way better in my opinion than Oriental Lounge. Again, not knocking it, but personal favorite of mine. I'd love to hear what your opinions are if you have tried it, or if you have any questions, you know where to put them. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.